what I'm seeing a lot now, and I love it, is this like Christian movement now. Like you're seeing all these marches, you're seeing all these videos of just people talking about Jesus, and like if that's what it took to kind of spark this, then yeah, like I don't know. I think there's just been a bit of a change going on at the moment, and it's nice to see.
I just really hope it's not like a change in the wind just because it's the in thing right now, and then when this gets forgotten, people move on from it. Like that's why I'm always cautious when it comes to like sharing the post or the story goes up, everyone's on this bandwagon, and then whatever's the next thing to follow, that's the next thing that, like, I really hope that this is genuine and people are really gonna take what this man of God did and like really push it forward. Because there's no other way to put it. He was martyred for the cause. And we just saw in 2025 an assassination to the level of someone like Martin Luther King Jr.
Something I was going to say on this is that, yeah, like he was killed for the faith. He was killed for doing what God wanted him to do. And, like, it's just, yeah, it's still crazy to me to kind of comprehend it all. But something you said earlier, Ray, that you hope it's not just the in thing. We talk about, not honestly on the podcast, maybe we have, I don't know, but we talk about, you know, when you go to like a camp.
Yeah.
You know, you go, you make a really emotional charged decision because you want to, oh God, that's it. Because for 4 days you've gone away, you've learned so much about God, you've heard something that's really touched your heart.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and then you just want to go and you're like, okay, God, I can't wait. I'm just going to take it out there and that's it. And for the rest of my life, I'm going to use it for your glory.
Yeah.
And within 2 months, that's dead.
Yeah.
Sometimes less.
You know what I mean? So on what you're saying, you don't want to see that die. You know, all these people, you know, like you're saying, like people coming to this, seeing this new sort of movement happening. You want it to last. You don't want it to be because it was an emotional decision, because someone had died for the cause. You don't want to, okay, for the next however long, I'm going to give this to God, but then it's going to fizzle out.
Yeah.
You know, when the emotions die out and when people move on, and, you know, this death of Charlie Kirk is, you know, 6 months in the past, year in the past, 5 years in the past. People have just gone back and resorted to, you know, because for me, I'll share a personal story. When my cousin Johnny died, I was like, nah, you know, he was like incredible and that's it. And like, that's it. It's just going to change my life. And there's so much I want to do for God and whatever. And then that lasted 2 months.
Yeah.
For me. So I don't want to see that, like Ray's like, I agree with you, Ray. Like, I don't want to see that happen, especially like in a nation where people have, like, that's it. They've surrendered their lives to God and they will live for God and that's it, no matter the cause. And then the devil comes in and does something to them and they're just thrown off.
Yeah.
And then it's just, the cause is gone and it's dead and they just resort to an Instagram post.
You know what's interesting? Sorry, I was just thinking about it as you were saying it. The reason I think it dies out like that is because it's not about God.
Yeah.
No,
it's about the person.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not even that. It's about priority, I think.
Yeah.
Where I think personally, I'll speak from experience as well. Camps is a great example, especially we've got Elevate coming up. The emotion behind the camp for me tends to fizzle out. Well, it used to fizzle out a lot more, not so much now. I don't feel like I get hyped up as much. But at the same time, obviously you feel on a spiritual high, right? It happens to all of us. And you feel closer to God during that time because you're so immersed into it. However, the one thing I would say is as soon as something in your life comes up, because your priority at camp is God. Your priority after camp is God. That level that you have God on slips and you put something else in front of him, that's gone. That whole high is gone. So at the moment, obviously Charlie Kirk is the in thing and he's getting martyred and like Christians are being persecuted as a result. It's public, it's open, and there are very, very many people who are completely against us, right? However, as soon as that stops and we're back into being comfortable and everyone's got their own daily life to worry about again, there won't be any of this. And that's the thing I think it is, right? It's as a collective, I think all of us have our own agendas at top of mind. We don't have God at the forefront of everything that we do all the time. Be in prayer always, never ceasing. Right? I don't know the exact verse.
Pray without ceasing.
Pray without ceasing. Like, and that's how we're supposed to be. We're always meant to be in the Word, regardless of what we're doing. And then as soon as we stop doing that and our lives take over, that's what it is. So, I mean, for me, I think it's great because there's a lot of people now who are also with us who aren't necessarily Christians, and obviously they're just liberalists and they're against the left and that sort of thing. But there are going to be a lot of people who are Christian who just let it sort of fizzle out at the same time as well.
They're wake-up calls, and we've said it on the potty before, but camps need to be, instead of the place where I go to get revival, they need to be recharging stations. I think these wake-up calls need to be recharging points, because that's what he expects of us. He expects us to have a real faith in him, but not to base it off someone else or to base it off something else. You know, a lot of people will base their faith off this event, and then it will fizzle out and it will die.
And I think a lot of people's prayers are going to be like, let me be like Charlie. But it's meant to be, God, let me be more like you. Yeah. And then that's what we don't want to see as well. We don't want to see people saying, oh, let me have the boldness of Charlie Kirk. It's the boldness of Christ.
Yeah.
You know, Christ was bold in his work, everything he did, you know. So I think that's another thing as well, that people will start to be like, oh, God, let me be like Charlie. Let me be like Charlie. But he's no Jesus. You know, and I think that's where the prayer needs to be altered for those that, you know, that might be new to people who are new to the faith. That Charlie was a great man of God. Yeah, personally, my cousin Johnny was a great man of God, but we don't pray to be like those that have gone in the past. We pray to be like Christ.